You know, as summer turns into fall, one of the keys to finding fish, regardless if they're walleyes or salmon or trout or anything you're fishing for, is water temperature. And I want to show you a really cool feature we have here on our website. It's going to really help you find the right water temperature and be able to plan a trip 2, 3, 4 days in advance and actually see where the right water temperatures are going to be, where the changes are going to be, and especially where the breaks in the water temperature is going to be. So let's show you how this works. If you go to our website, walleye101.com, you'll come to our homepage. If you click on Plan a Trip, it's going to take you to our Plan a Trip section. There's lots of really cool stuff there. But the coolest link on this part of our website is the Great Lakes Coastal Forecasting System. So we're going to scroll down a little bit. This is the Plan a Trip homepage you'll see. We're going to scroll down a little bit and you'll see the Great Lakes Coastal Forecasting System right here. Just click on Learn More and it's going to take you to the Great Lakes Coastal Forecasting. Now, here's what's neat. What we can do is not only get real-time water temperatures, but we can also get water temperatures from up to 3 days prior and up to 5 days past or in the future. So what I always do is I always go to the current water temperature, and that'll be the first home page here. So here's where you're going to come from our link. Let's go to Lake Michigan because a lot of our guys are over there fishing salmon right now. So we're going to go over to Lake Michigan, come down to surface temperatures, and click on it, and we're going to get a surface temperature box. It's going to show us, I'm going to zoom this in a little bit so we can see a little better on the website here. So we can actually see, now this is where most of our guys are doing their salmon fishing, Manistee, Ludington, that area right here. And you can see that we've got a graph, not just a contour line of the water temperature, but also we can see over here represented in color. The brighter the red is, the darker the red, turning into dark red down here in Chicago, even into purple, is warmer temperatures. And as we get closer to yellow, we're going to get colder. So we can see that as of right now today, this is a Tuesday, all the cooler water is over here on the west shore of Lake Michigan, over on the Wisconsin side. But let's go ahead. Let's say I'm going to go fishing Friday. So now what I can do from this page right here, this is our current, is I can go up here and I can jump to what we call the forecast products. I can click on that link. I can go down to Lake Michigan. Again, I'm going to grab surface temperatures. And it's going to bring me back to the same box. This is our current temperature. Again, we're looking for this area right here. This is where most of our guys are salmon fishing. This is a great tool for salmon fishing, walleye fishing, any kind of fishing you're doing that's dependent on water temperature. And we're going to look. So what I'm going to do is, this is currently, right now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to forecast out. It's Tuesday afternoon. I'm going to forecast out 3 days, 72 hours into Friday afternoon as I'm starting to head up north and plan my trip. So let's take another peek at this. You'll notice we got a big pot of 68-degree water right here. This is all 66 and then into 64 right in here. So we got 64 to 68 degrees right around the river mouths here where the guys are fishing. Now if I go 72 hours, 3 days out into Friday afternoon, watch what happens. We can start to see that 68 becomes very, very, very small. The 66 starts to shrink, and here comes some 64, even some 62 into that same shoreline in 3 days. And you can see how much further out this cold water is extending. So obviously we're going to have some pretty strong west, northwest winds the next couple days to drive all that colder water over to our side away from the Wisconsin side. So what I can do is, maybe if I'm looking for a certain water temperature, if I can forecast, use this product to forecast 3 or 4 days in advance, I may want to even change the port I'm going to go to. So I may not want to launch where I thought I was going to fish. I may want to change my port to a port that's going to be much more susceptible to having fish in it because of the water temperature. So using this Great Lakes Coastal Forecasting forecast for water temperature really, really, really helps. It helps you see what's going on, where the water temperature breaks are, and where the right water temperature is for you to fish. Something we use a lot March, April, May, even into early June. And then again, as we get into late July, August, September, October, November, it really becomes important to find that warmer water, the right temperature we're looking for. So go to our website, walleye101.com. It'll take you to our homepage. And from that homepage, we're going to simply go to, there's our Walleye 101 homepage right here. From the Walleye 101 homepage, simply click on Plan a Trip. I'm going to take you to the Trip Planning Tools section. Scroll down to the Great Lakes Coastal Forecasting. Click Learn More, and then go through the steps we just showed you. You can get lots of really cool information here on surface temperatures. Now, one more thing I want to show you that's important for our salmon fishing friends and for our walleye guys, especially in the fall, is we can actually get surface currents. So not only do I have water temperatures, but I can start to see the intensity and the direction of the current. So if I zoom back in here so we can get a better picture, we can actually see the intensity and the direction of the surface currents. We can start to see where the surface current moves, changes direction, where those current seams are, and where the faster currents as opposed to slower currents are. And again, just like the water temperatures, I can actually go up here to the forecast product. I can go down to Lake Michigan and I can forecast the surface currents out for 72 hours and see where they're going to be when I head up on Friday, and see the surface currents have changed from currently heading from east to west in this area where our guys fished, to now the currents by the time we get there Friday are going to turn and start pushing into the shore. Pretty important to watch those currents and the water temperature. This Great Lakes Coastal Forecasting site through the walleye101.com plan a trip section lets you do this, be ahead of the game, plan a trip, get to the right port, and have an idea of where you're going to be fishing before you go so you can have a much more successful fishing trip.